When is the last time you went to the doctor for something other than your annual checkup? For instance, let's pretend you're having lower back pain and it's to a point to where you need to do something about it. Well, we live in a world of information, so my guess is you've done your research on WebMD and other websites to self-diagnose what's going on, and let's pretend it's a herniated disc. So any good doctor is going to ask you questions rather than taking your word for it, right? He's going to ask you questions like, how long has your back been hurting you? When does it feel worse? What type of activities are you doing to exacerbate the issue? Right? How long has it persisted? And a litany of other questions, right? Because he wants to narrow down the potential root causes. So before a diagnosis, he'll generally prescribe an X-ray, MRI, or some other imaging rather than just going with his original hypothesis. He wants to confirm that, right? And this is exactly what our sales process should look like. But how often are we taking the time to ask these questions to our prospects to understand what's really going on? Or are we just taking their word for it? Right? In life and in sales, we have a rule. The problem the buyer brings you is never the real problem. So let's go back to the example of the back. While you may be certain you have a herniated disc, in all actuality, the problem was kidney stones. How does this relate to your world? What issues are you taking from your prospect or customer at face value rather than digging deeper beneath the surface to understand what's really going on? Think about everything being an iceberg, right? All you see is the tip of the surface. Sometimes all they see is what's at the surface. So it's your job as a professional salesperson to ask the questions to uncover what's really going on underneath the surface. So be confidently skeptical and curious about the issue your buyers bring you, because they're never the real issue or even the full picture or problem that exists underneath the surface. And remember, growth never happens in your comfort zone.